Okay, here we have an AQ walk with Valks and baby drags. We have 12 Valks, 6 dragons, 5 healers, 7 wall breakers, and in the clan castle we're going to have 4 Valks and 3 barbarians. Now, when we're looking at a base such as this Town Hall 11 base, it's not a max Town Hall 11, but it's good enough for us to show you the basic plan for what we want to do with this queen walk. And the first thing you want to do when you decide to do a queen walk against Town Hall 11 is you have to realize the moment that eagle activates, you better be close to getting ready to drop your Valks. Alright, so the first thing we're going to look at is we're going to look at these Inferno Towers right here. One here, one here. We want our queen to avoid the Inferno Towers for as long as possible. Especially this one right here, because that's set to single. When the Inferno Tower is set to single, that's going to cause that's going to just eat your heroes up quickly, like in 5-6 seconds. So with that being said, we're going to sit here, look at the Infernos. We know that what we can do is, if we draw a line through those Infernos, that's half the base that we can get. You're going to want to start her walk somewhere around here. The idea is for her to get roughly all of this, and then the king and the Valks and the CC will be responsible for this little bit. So the king and the Valks and the CC are going to get a smaller chunk than the queen, obviously, because the queen has got the healers and she's going to last longer. But the goal is to get rid of these two compartments, the red and the orange, and then what we would do is we're going to drop our jump somewhere around here to access the core, and then our Valks are all going to kind of be dropped right here, and they're going to make a beeline because all of this stuff is gone. So the idea is the Valks will make a beeline to here. And once we have the Valks in the core, you just simply drop the Rage in the core. Now you're going to freeze as well. You're going to freeze, and if you have a choice, you want to freeze the single, the multi-Inferno Tower or the single Inferno Tower. It doesn't matter too much when we're coming at it from the same side, but if you're going to come at the Inferno Towers one at a time, in other words, you were coming this way, then you would freeze the back end Inferno. But we're going to be coming this way, so it doesn't matter which one to freeze. I think I froze the single just because that scared me quicker, because I knew everything was going to get in there and it was going to get destroyed quickly, and that's all that the Valks were supposed to do, is get the core, nothing else. Okay, so you're going to have 3 rages with you. 1 rage, 1 freeze, 1 jump is for the Valks in the core. The other 2 rages are for your queen to keep her alive. Now, things that we need to look at when we are actually doing this queen walk. Things that will get her is 3 single point defenses. That's going to give your Valks problems. So when she gets in there and you see this, the cannon, and this other archer tower start to target her, you need to drop the rage. Don't wait until she gets down too low before you drop the rage. It's just going to happen. Another scenario where you just need to drop the rage is when the CC comes out to get her. Drop your poison, and then drop your rage on the healers and the queen. that's when you want to drop. That's another situation where you want the AQ to have that rage on her. If an Inferno Tower gets on her and you have one rage left, save it for the Valks. She'll die. That's just how far she'll get. If an Expo starts hitting on her, that's also going to be problematic. But with an Expo, you can treat it as a third single point. So if we had this Expo down here, beating on her with this cannon and this Archer Tower, you would also want to get a rage in there as well. But if you only have that one rage left, you have to save it for the core. So if you've used 2 rages, then it's ability time. Now, if you find that you've used 2 rages and you've only gotten this much, and you still have a whole bunch of stuff left to get, then you probably chose the wrong side to come in on, because there's too many single point defenses there that she would be targeted by at one particular time. Alright, so we have our plan, and our plan, again, just to recap it real quick, is we want to get this out of the way for our Valks to just go to the core, get the Town Hall, get the Eagle, get the Inferno, and then the rest is just percentage. Typically when you go up against Town Hall 11, a good attack is going to get you somewhere in the 60s as far as percentage. If you get 50% 2 stars, that's still not bad, but I've gotten it up to 80% with the Town Hall 10, 90% maybe if it's a poorly developed or designed Town Hall 10 or 11. But this is an attack for war that's going to get us 2 stars from a Town Hall 10 on a Town Hall 11. And just a quick mention for the baby dragons, since I really didn't mention them. The baby dragons are simply to support the queen and the king and wherever you need a little bit of help. So just a quick example. Say the queen is up around this area right here, and she's sitting here targeting this elixir storage. Well, you have this firing on her, the cannon's firing on her. I would drop a baby dragon somewhere around here to help clean up some of this stuff. That way she's not going to target the collectors or the camp, and she'll target the Archer Tower instead of that. Or if she gets the AD first, well then you have a baby dragon that can go ahead and start knocking shit out, where the percentage will be a little bit easier. And another thing I would say is, if you do knock out an AD, say this AD goes down, go ahead, start dropping a baby dragon here, and as the king, in this particular case, starts moving this way, drop another baby dragon for support along his route. But we're going to use the baby dragons to kind of push her the way we want to push her to begin with, and then also to help support the king or the queen as they walk around the base. Alright, let's go to the live attack. Alright, here we go. We drop the queen down, and the healers are going to come behind her. 2 wall breakers go down for this wall here, so we break in. Now we let the queen do her work. She will eventually get in because there's nothing on the outside that's going to keep her from going in. You've got to be patient with it. So right now we have 2 Archer Towers hitting her. That's only 2 single points. The healers can handle that, so we don't use a rage. Okay, now we've got the cannon in there, so we're going to use the rage, keep her going. 1 air defense goes down. Would have been a good time to probably drop Baby Dragon right there on that army camp, but we're going to drop 1 up here because we want her to walk to the left, but she is inevitably going to walk to the right. even no matter how hard our baby dragons are trying. Which is fine, because, again, the king and the CC Valks, they can go either way. You're still creating that path to the core for the Valks. So the CC Valks are down, the king is down. We don't worry about raging them or healing them or anything. A baby dragon goes down for support because the air defense is down. Okay, we have 2 single points at Expo and at Archer Tower on the queen, so we don't worry about her there. The healers are fine. The king is coming over, so we're going to drop a rage because of the king. The king will inevitably really take down a lot of her health quick, and with that Archer Tower there, that'll hurt her. So we got a rage there still for her. The baby dragon support, and the king has done, and the CC Valks have done their job. They've gotten the left side of the funnel all created. So now we just send in wall breakers because we had them left over. Here come the giants, the CC Client Castle, so we're going to poison them. We don't want to use our last rage for them, so we just let the queen do what she can do. We'll probably wind up using her ability, since the eagle is now targeted our healers. We drop 1 Valk to test to make sure it's going to go to that air sweeper. As soon as you see the air sweeper with the little X on it, drop the rest of them. Okay, so there's the freeze, there's the rage, and there it goes the core. Gone. So that is the goal of this attack. We use the queen's ability. She has no more healers left. We're at 60%, and we'll send in our last baby dragon, maybe get the Wiz Tower here. If you were really going for percentage, probably would have wanted to send the baby dragon in at 9 o'clock before the AD got her. Got the baby dragon, would have gotten at least the barracks and maybe the dark barracks. So we got 64%, 2-star against, I would say, a moderately well-developed Town Hall 11. And that's what you're looking for. I hope that helped.